Hello and welcome back to the next episode of Gear City Let's Play. We had a minor glitch there at the end of the last video. My computer decided to start packing it in and the frame rate dropped through the floor. So, but before we say goodbye, we had developed this gung-ho engine from the 1900s. It's a 5 litre. Did not plan that. Oh, I know why that happened. As we were designing it, of course, we increased the size of it, which then bumped up the capacity, which I probably should have strangled down again. But anyway, it's a 4-stroke. It cranks out 65 horsepower, 149 foot-pounds of torque. Weighs 230 kilos. It's quite sizable. It gets 17 miles to the gallon. So it gets a 91 on power, an 85 on fuel, 116 on reliability, and an overall rating of 78. Now that stacks up against our super duper chassis, 83. So the chassis, a bit better than our engine, which leaves a super duper gung ho gearbox to be made still. So let's do that. Now we're going to do a manual 5-speed, and we're going to do it for generic, and we're just going to call it the manual 5-speed generic 1. So I reckon this is a 4-speed manual 4-speed generic 1. So this is going to be our first 5-speed. So let's open up the different boxes here. Now, close ratios tend to be found in sports cars. Other vehicles that need maximum power output in a narrow range. Increase the range of power output between gears. This is better for applications that need high torque or vehicles with small motors. A gearbox can have an assortment of both close and wide ratios. This slider is mainly for which philosophy the engineering team will focus more on. So we're going to set it more for close, and then we're going to crank everything else. So dependability, we'll turn that up. We'll turn up the material quality, component quality, the technology, and also the manufacturing techniques. This is just an average gearbox. It's nothing great, but it's also nothing bad. It'll last us a few years before it becomes obsolete. Ooh, well, let's have a tweak here. There we go. This gearbox can really move a car. Its performance is better than average and would be good in a sports car. It might not be great for racing or in supercars, but for daily driving it will do its job. Now, if I was to change this, you see, for every gear that I drop out of it, it does decrease the design time and also the unit cost. But we want a 5-speed, and we're going to gear it for 5 gears, which I said already. Now, we'll build it. It's only going to cost us 100 grand, you know, that's pretty cheap really. So the best gearbox we can build. So it weighs pretty much what it used to. The performance 72, fuel economy 68, power 54, reliability better. Overall it's better. It's going to require a bit more in the factory, and our unit cost is 333. So that's all of those. That one will be done in 6 months, our engine in 6 months, and our chassis in 8 months. So in about 8 months time, what we'll be doing is upgrading our luxury sedan. In 2 months time, I reckon we're going to update our sedan and a few other bits and bobs. So let's move forward by 1 month. Another strong profits. Let's have a look at our expenses. See, we're carrying 300 grand in expenses right now of R&D, and that's nothing to sneeze at, because when our revenues are nearly $1 million. So London, New York, both doing really well. I think we're going to need another factory, just quietly. So that's Chicago with 1.9. There's Detroit. Now, so capacity and growth, projected growth. So I reckon we're going to throw a factory down here. Let's have a look and see what it's going to cost us to build a factory in this location. 2.2 million, and it's going to take 4 months. 212 units in 5 production lines. So what we'll do is we will go ahead and build it. Why? What the hell? I was just worried about going into negative dollars there, but we'll be able to carry it, I think. So let's build that. 4 months from now, we're going to have a factory in Detroit, a factory in New York, and one in the United Kingdom. Now, let's go back to the office, jump forward a turn, get ready for the big hit. Oh, $2 million, ouchie. So we've got some research complete now. The chassis 1 is done, which means we can do those updates. I'm being fairly aggressive at the moment. Let's get ourselves back in the black. There we go, that's better. Now we'll update those designs. Now we have, let's have a look at our current vehicles. So we've got the Model 0 that was designed in 1902. It's currently 1904, about to be 5. So we really need to do a revision on that. Try and get it to be a little bit better than what it is currently, because the overall 7 out of 100, quite crap really. That means in kind of 2 years' time, or a year's time, sorry, we'll aim to update the pickup and the Phaeton. Well, the luxury we're going to do shortly, and then the cruiser and the compact pretty close thereafter. So let us modify a vehicle, and we're going to do a new model year. Now the chassis, we're going to use the chassis 1. We're going to use the first iteration, I think. Well, no, we need to use the second one. Now the reason I'm picking the second one is because it has a better rating. I've managed to design a better engine here, even though it's going to cost more per unit. Kind of just have to do it and see if we can make it run, basically. So we've got our chassis, we've got our 2-stroke inline 3 naturally aspirated second iteration, and our manual 4-speed generic. So let us okay, and we're back to where we need to be. Nope, we yeah, something is glitched there. So let's just cancel. Let's modify a vehicle, modify the model awesome, go for a new model year. Actually, yeah, well, new model year, that's what we're after. We won't do a new trim yet. We'll do a new trim when we want to do a big update to the car. Second iteration, and that manual gearbox. Okay. So let's have a quick look. The double duo is now available, and so is the Berlin. But what we're going to do is we're just going to keep the Model 0. Don't save. Now the trim, we're going to make this the Series 2. I'm going to change the car model to the sedan so that I know what the heck is going on. Now our unit cost is quite high, so we're going to see how we can go about adjusting some of these sliders to get it back to a reasonable cost. Okay, 919. That is still really expensive, but I think we're just going to have to do it. There we go. So, peak, where is it? 6 people. Total cargo. 1,200 litres. Top speed 42 kilometers an hour. That's yeah, really good, really fast. And our target demographic is going to be male, 35, upper middle. That's all going to be down. But our testing, what we're going to do is we're going to increase all of this, because this kind of gives us good rating for no extra unit cost. So this is just time spent basically testing the car and making it better. Increase all of this. It's going to be fairly expensive to develop, over $500,000. There we go. And it's going to complete fourth month in 1906. So let's get that going. So it's going to take over a year to design that sedan. So we're going to have a while selling the one we've got, which means that I think in a few months' time what I'll do is actually set up the iterations, the updates for our other two models, being the 1902 pickup and the 1902 Phaeton. Now, so let us continue. Simulate another month. Okay, everything's heading in the right direction, doing the right thing, which is good. We've got 500 grand in the bank, another factory on the way. Once that's up and running, we'll be laughing. Let's go back to the office. Jump forward. Factory construction complete. So now the fun starts. Now we need to work out which cars we want to increase production of and where we want to sell them. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to increase production of several things. The first one is going to be the pickup. The second one is going to be the sedan. The third one, I reckon, we'll do the Phaeton. And we'll see how we go. So, production, factories, production. Let us have a look. Now, we're going to assign another one, and we're going to build another 75 vehicles a month there. That's with the pickup. So we're going to find the Model 0, our sedan. We're going to assign one line there and do everything. Our cruiser, we might we'll assign a line to that, and basically this is just going to be to see how we go with it. The luxury is not going to need another one. The Phaeton, there it is. We're going to assign 2 lines to that, and we're going to build 150 vehicles. Now this is going to be massively overkill until we can kind of iron out where we need to be with regards to numbers. So produced, sold, let's have a look here. So the Phaeton, we overcooked it. The pickup, we're on the money. The Model 0, we're overcooking a little bit, and the cruiser, we're a little bit heavy. So we'll change all of those. So the Model 0 we need to revise down, the Phaeton we need to revise down, and the cruiser we need to revise down. So let's jump across. Alternatively, yeah, let's actually just go this. Let's build a branch here instead. Let's see if we can just sell more cars, basically. Population growth? No, population. We'll also build a branch in Boston. So we've got branches there. We've got a factory there, a branch here. St. Louis. I reckon we'll build a branch here as well. Build. Okie dokie. So that's that. So we've just set up a couple extra branches, and that should allow us to basically, spread things a little bit further, and hopefully sell more of our vehicles. Now, what happened on the 3rd? So our top of the line engine is now ready, and our top of the line gearbox is now ready. So I reckon there is one more thing we're waiting for there. Now let us set up our branches. So in St. Louis, we're going to need a couple of things. Now I need to be careful about what I would do. So sell in region. Change car price, set car price, replace model. Okay. Let me just run through some things then. Need to go to New York, and actually, if I was more organised, I have a pen here somewhere and I could write all this down. But anyway, so in North America, the pickup, we're going to sell it for $1,400. Sell in region. Pickup, 1,400. Okay. We're going to sell the Model 0 Awesome for $1,600 in North America. The Phaeton, we're going to sell for $1,500. The Cruiser is $1,600. $1,600. This is the Compact Series 1. We're going to sell that for $1,500. I reckon it said $1,500. We'll soon find out if that's too expensive. And the Luxury we're going to do for $2,300. Luxury, 2,300. Okay. So let's see what kind of effect that has. Boom. The Compact could actually probably go down by, $100 or so. Everything else we're pretty much on the money. So our expenses, let's have a look. Factory costs pretty big. We're carrying 100 grand of R&D at the moment. That's okay. Transportation, yeah, that's getting up there. Let's have a look. So all of our European countries, pretty expensive to get a car over there. All of our continental ones are going okay, and 71 for St. Louis. That's just because they didn't sell very many. There you go. So let's actually have a look at this. Oh, look, that's really nice now. So we can have a look. Wow, look at the profit margin on that. 6 grand and build them, 46,000 in sales. Wow. So it looks like everything's running at a really nice profit margin at the moment. Plenty of fat to work on. Now, company prestige. Now, I thought that I had 3 competitors currently, building, but they're not here. Let's go for a look. Maps, competition, Ford, yep, they're definitely there. Peugeot, yep, they're definitely there. And Renault, they're definitely there as well. Very interesting. Gee whiz, I'm a little bit behind compared to the AI. Anyway, so let's skip it forward a month. So here we go. Research complete. Our chassis too. So that means our update, we can finally put it through for our luxury sedan. I think that's probably a good place to stop it for this episode. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.